Very good morning, children. Today in Maths, let's continue with our chapter Addition and Subtraction up to 999. So today we are moving on to the next topic, Subtraction. So we have learned subtraction in our previous chapters. What is subtraction? Subtraction means taking away a smaller number from a larger number. So here today we have subtracting 2-digit number from a 3-digit number. So let's start. Here you can see the numbers 458 minus 45. 458 is a 3-digit number. We have ones, tens and 100 in the number 458. And look at the number 45. It is a 2-digit number. We have ones, tens. Now we have to subtract. So here you can see a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number. So now let's start. Always we'll start from the ones position. So here we have 8 minus 5 in the ones position. So how much is 8 minus 5? Remember, it's backward counting for subtraction. So 8 minus 5 is 3. So 3 we'll write here in the ones place. Now we'll move on to the tens place. In the tens place we have 5 minus 4. So how much is 5 minus 4? It is 1. So write 1 here in the tens place. Now let's move on to the hundreds place. Here in the hundreds place we have only one number, that is 4. So what we have to do, that 4 we can write here along with the answer and we get the answer 413. So 458 minus 45 is equal to 413. Let's have a look at this number. It is 278 minus 34. So let's start from the ones position. We have 8 minus 4 in the ones position. So how much is 8 minus 4? It is 4. So we have to write 4 here in the ones place. Now let's look at the numbers in the tens place. We have 7 minus 3. So how much is 7 minus 3? It is 4. So here 4 we write here in the tens place. Now we have the number in the hundreds place. We have only one number in the hundreds place, that is 2. So what we should do? We should write that 2 along with the answer and we get the answer 244. Let's have a look at this number. 659 minus 25. So we have 9 and 5 here in the ones position. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. So 4 we'll write here in the ones place. Now in the tens place we have 5 minus 2. So how much is 5 minus 2? It is 3. So we'll write 3 here in the tens place. Now we'll move on to the hundreds place. We have 6 here in the hundreds place. No other number. So we'll write 6 along with the answer and we get the answer 634. In your textbook, page number 102, you can see this question. Try this. There are 3 questions. Now let's do this. The first one, 368 minus 43. We have 8 minus 3 in the ones place. So how much is 8 minus 3? It is 5. And then we'll move on to the tens place. Here we have 6 minus 4, that is 2. And here in the hundreds place we have 3. That 3 we'll write it here in the hundreds place and we get the answer 325. Let's look at the second question. We have 746 minus 35. So first 6 minus 5 is 1. Then 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we'll have 7 here in the hundreds place. We write that in the hundreds place with the answer and we get the answer 711. So this is an activity for you, the third question. So you can take down your notebook and write down the question. 978 minus 66. This is an activity for you to do. Now let's look at this number. We have 362 minus 95. So we'll move on to the ones place. We have 2 minus 5. So which number is greater? 2 is greater or 5 is greater? 5 is greater. So are we able to subtract 5 from 2? No. So what we have to do? We have to borrow from the tens place. So now let's check. 362 minus 95. So now let's start from the ones place. We have 2 minus 5. We are not able to subtract. Let's go to the tens place. We'll subtract from the tens place and we'll take one number from here. So 6 becomes 5. So write 5 here, and this 2 becomes 12. So this also you can cut and write the number 12. So now we have to subtract 12 minus 5. So how much is 12 minus 5? It is 7. So you can write 12 minus 5, 7 here. Now let's move on to the tens place. We have 5 minus 9 in the tens place. So are we able to subtract 9 from 5? Which number is greater? Is 5 greater or 9 greater? 9 is greater. So we are not able to subtract. So what we have to do? We have to move to the hundreds place for borrowing. So in the hundreds place we have 3. So we'll borrow from 3, and here we'll write the number 2, and we have in the tens place, now we have 5. When we borrow this, we get the number 15 here. So now we are able to subtract 15 minus 9. We have 6. So write that here in the tens place. Then we'll move on to the hundreds place. We have 2 here. So that 2 we can write here, and we get the answer 267. Now let's look at the next number. We have subtract 74 from 521. So how we should write? 521 we have to write first, and then 74 second. So now let's check. Ones place we have 1 minus 4. Which number is greater? Is 1 greater or 4 greater? 4 is greater. So we are not able to subtract. So what we have to do? We have to move to the tens place and borrow from 2 here. So when we borrow from 2, here in the tens place we get the number 1, and that 1 that we have borrowed we'll take to the ones place, and 1 becomes 11. Now we'll subtract 11 minus 4. We are able to subtract 11 minus 4. So we get the answer 7. That we can write here in the ones place. Now we'll move on to the tens place. Now we have 1 minus 7 in the tens place. So are we able to subtract? No. Then what we have to do? We have to move to the hundreds place. In the hundreds place we have 5. So we'll borrow from 5. So here in the hundreds place we can write the number 4, and that 1 we have borrowed we can take to the tens place, and here it becomes 11. Now we have to subtract 11 minus 7, and 11 minus 7 is 4. So that 4 you can write here in the tens place. Now here in the hundreds place you have the number 4 that you can write along with the answer, and you get the answer 447. Let's have a look at this number. We have 272 minus 86. So in the ones position we have 2 and 6. So 2 minus 6 we are not able to subtract. We'll move on to the tens place and borrow from there. So here in the tens place we have 7. When we borrow 1 from 7 we get the number 6, and that 1 we'll take to the ones place, and we get the number 12 there. So now here in the ones place we have 12 and 6. So how much is 12 minus 6? 12 minus 6 is 6. So we can write here in the ones place 6. Let's move on to the tens place. We have 6 and 8. So here are we able to subtract 8 from 6? No, because 8 is a larger number. So we have to move on to the hundreds place and borrow. In the hundreds place we have 2. So when we borrow from 2, we get the number 1 here, and that 1 which we borrowed we'll take to the tens place, and here we get the number 16. So now you can see in the tens place we have 16 minus 8. So how much is 16 minus 8? It is 8. So that 8 you can write here in the tens place. Now we'll move on to the hundreds place. We have 1 here in the hundreds place that we'll write along with the answer, and we get the answer 186. In your textbook, page number 103. You can find this exercise, so you can open your textbooks. Let's look at the question. Subtract the following. The first question A, we have 123 minus 12. So let's subtract it. So first in the ones place we have 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 was 1. That under the ones place you can write it. Now we'll move on to the tens place. You have 2 minus 1. So how much is 2 minus 1? It's 1. That right here in the tens place, and remaining hundreds place we have 1. That 1 we can bring it down along with the answer, and you get the answer 111. Likewise you can complete the exercises. So that's all for today. Hope you understood subtraction. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, thank you.